The atmosphere on Today with Jenna and Friends was expected to be warm and lighthearted when Kelly Clarkson appeared as the featured guest, but things quickly went sideways when what started as a playful conversation took a sharp turn into a tense exchange. Jenna Bush Hager pressed Kelly about her recent public comments regarding the pressures of fame and the toll it had taken on her personal life, and while Kelly initially responded with her usual charm and humor, Jenna's persistence hit a nerve. Kelly, visibly frustrated, shifted in her seat and tried to redirect the conversation toward her music, but Jenna pressed harder, bringing up personal matters that Kelly had previously said she would not discuss on air. The tension in the studio became palpable as Kelly's smile faded and her tone turned clipped, sparking a visible discomfort among the audience and the co-hosts. When Jenna made one more remark that seemed to downplay Kelly's struggles, Kelly abruptly stood up, her chair scraping loudly against the studio floor. The crew and co-hosts froze in stunned silence as Kelly declared that she would not be disrespected or have her boundaries ignored on live television. Without another word, she walked off set, leaving Jenna and the audience in shock as cameras scrambled to cut to commercial, capturing what instantly became one of the most talked about moments in morning TV history. When the show returned from commercial, the studio was in visible disarray, and Jenna Bush Hager attempted to regain composure with an awkward laugh, trying to smooth over the moment by calling it a little misunderstanding, but the audience wasn't buying it. Viewers at home began flooding social media with clips of Kelly Clarkson walking out, some siding with Jenna, but most rallying behind Kelly, praising her for standing up for herself and refusing to let her boundaries be trampled in the name of morning show ratings. Behind the scenes, producers scrambled, unsure whether Kelly would return or if the interview was officially over, and whispers of tension between her and Jenna quickly began leaking out of the studio staff. Jenna's co-hosts, clearly uncomfortable, tried to pick up the slack, but Jenna herself appeared rattled, fumbling her words and visibly shaken by the backlash already unfolding online in real time. Meanwhile, reports emerged that Kelly had left the building entirely, her team furious over what they considered ambush questions that violated prior agreements. The clash spiraled beyond just a TV moment. It became a wider cultural debate about how much pressure celebrities face when discussing their private struggles, with fans, critics, and even fellow stars weighing in. By the end of the day, the clip had gone viral, dominating headlines and sparking a storm of commentary, cementing Kelly Clarkson's stormy walk-off as one of the most unforgettable live television moments of the year. As the fallout intensified, network executives were forced into crisis mode, issuing a carefully worded statement insisting the exchange between Jenna Bush Hager and Kelly Clarkson had been a spirited conversation that was taken out of context, but fans weren't buying it, with trending hashtags like #StandWithKelly and #JennaWentTooFar dominating X and Instagram for hours. Former guests of the show anonymously spoke out, claiming that Kelly had privately expressed frustrations in the past about being put in difficult situations live on air, and many pointed to this as the breaking point that finally pushed her to walk away in full view of millions. Entertainment outlets picked up on the tension, framing it as a possible rift between NBC's powerhouse hosts, with tabloids speculating whether Kelly would continue to appear on the morning show at all moving forward. Meanwhile, behind closed doors, sources revealed that Kelly's team was considering demanding an on-air apology from Jenna before any reconciliation could happen, arguing that Kelly had been blindsided for ratings. Jenna, however, reportedly felt humiliated and defensive, insisting that her comments had been misinterpreted and that she had no intention of causing Kelly pain. This clash of perspectives only fueled the fire, and the situation snowballed further when celebrities like Reba McEntire, Carrie Underwood, and even daytime rival Whoopi Goldberg weighed in, offering public support for Kelly and warning about the pressures women in entertainment face when their personal lives are mined for content. The drama transformed what was meant to be a lighthearted morning show into a national conversation about respect, boundaries, and authenticity on television, with Jenna and Kelly's names tied together in headlines that neither could escape. As the controversy escalated, producers of Today with Jenna and Friends were forced to hold emergency meetings about how to handle the backlash, with insiders leaking that tensions backstage had grown so unbearable that crew members were being told to stay neutral in the feud between Jenna Bush Hager and Kelly Clarkson. Kelly, who had quietly left the building after the confrontation, was reportedly refusing to return to the set unless a formal agreement was put in place to prevent similar ambush-style exchanges in the future, while Jenna, feeling cornered and publicly shamed, doubled down in private conversations that she wouldn't be bullied into an apology. The situation spilled into mainstream media, with late-night hosts joking about the clash, social media users dissecting every facial expression from the broadcast, and fan-made videos of Kelly's dramatic walk-off going viral across TikTok and YouTube. Behind the scenes, NBC executives debated whether to orchestrate a televised reconciliation segment to repair the show's reputation, but Kelly's camp pushed back, fearing it would only appear staged and insincere. Rumors began swirling that Kelly's team was quietly exploring spin-off opportunities to distance her from the friction, while Jenna's allies within the network argued she had been unfairly targeted by cancel culture. The drama hit a fever pitch when paparazzi caught both women arriving separately at NBC headquarters, avoiding eye contact and refusing to answer questions about the incident. Industry insiders speculated that if no truce was reached soon, the network might be forced to choose between them, a move that could completely reshape the daytime talk show landscape. With fans fiercely divided and tensions still simmering, the question became not just whether the two stars could make peace, but whether their professional partnership could survive the fallout at all. The fallout from Kelly Clarkson's shocking walk-off reached a breaking point when NBC executives, under mounting pressure from advertisers and audience backlash, called an urgent closed-door summit to address the chaos, with insiders describing the atmosphere as nuclear. Major sponsors threatened to pull funding unless the network publicly resolved the feud, while social media amplified the drama with trending hashtags like #TeamKelly and #StandWithJenna, fueling a fan war that showed no signs of slowing down. According to leaked reports, Kelly demanded formal assurances that the show would not tolerate what she described as ambush-style provocations, while Jenna allegedly accused Kelly of playing the victim to manipulate public sympathy, a charge that only deepened the hostility. Rumors swirled that executives were secretly considering replacing one of them to stabilize the show, sparking speculation across the entertainment press about who held the upper hand. Meanwhile, media outlets ran explosive op-eds debating whether Kelly had overreacted or whether Jenna had crossed a line, turning the feud into a national talking point beyond daytime television. Paparazzi caught Kelly being whisked into meetings with her legal team, igniting whispers of contract disputes, while Jenna was seen dining with NBC insiders, fueling talk that she was lobbying to secure her position. Fans began camping outside NBC studios holding signs in support of their favorite, as security was reportedly beefed up to prevent potential disruptions. The tension reached its peak when, according to sources, producers floated the idea of forcing both stars to sit down together for a live, unscripted, peace summit, on air to save the show's reputation, an idea that one insider called a gamble that could either fix everything or blow the entire franchise apart. As the standoff intensified, it became increasingly clear that the network's future, and possibly the careers of both Kelly and Jenna, hung in the balance of what was no longer just a feud but a full-blown cultural flashpoint.